Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how to make a bourbon basil smash today. Sometimes you can just call it a basil smash. It's a little bit like a mojito, but instead of rum you use bourbon, and instead of mint you use fresh basil, and it's not quite as sweet, so I guess you could say it's nothing really like a mojito. I've cut up a whole large lime. I'm going to put these lime pieces in these were the ones I was going to use for garnish. So I'm going to put these lime slices into the shaker. I'm going to put this is going to be for 2 basil smashes, so that's a good handful of basil leaves. 2 teaspoons of sugar, see, it's not as sweet as a mojito. And then I like to use whole sugar there, not simple syrup, because the granular sugar helps to mash up the basil leaves, create more basil flavor. What I didn't put in there as slices of lime, I cut off the ends, and I'm just going to squeeze the juice out of those, add those. So you got pretty much the juice from a large lime for 2 people. Then I'm going to muddle the basil leaves with pieces of lime. You want to crush up the basil a lot because it's delicious, fresh basil. I'm going to toss in about half a glass of ice in there just to cool off the beverage before you put it into the glass. I'm using Evan Williams single barrel bourbon for 2 reasons. It's nice and flavorful, and also it's very inexpensive. It's a good bourbon even for drinking straight up, but since I'm mixing it with lime and basil, I don't want to use a very expensive bourbon. Just shake that up to make sure the sugar is dissolved and the basil is mixed in well. Divide it up into 2 glasses. You're going to get chunks of basil leaf in there, which is fine. If that offends anyone, you can strain it more with a fine strainer. Don't want to leave any of that delicious basil smash in the mixer. There it is. Now those chunks of lime and basil leaves are going to clog up the strainer, so that's why there's still some more in there. You just top it off with a splash of soda. Makes it even more refreshing, maybe for a summertime beverage. Garnish with some fresh basil and some lime, and it's all done. Cheers.